everyone, it's Janette here from Enthusiastic Gardener. I'm back. It's been a very long time, so apologies. There's so much has happened. You may remember my last video with the wonderful Richard. We did a mad collaboration of singing and piano playing and Christmasness, and it was all fun. Well, a week later, Richard was on the train up to London the weekend before Christmas to meet his brothers. I was down with my mum taking her to lunch before she went away for Christmas. I wouldn't see her. And I got a phone call from paramedics, or I phoned Richard. Paramedics answered. We have Mr. Richard Jensen with us. It was very matter of fact. He had a heart attack followed by cardiac arrest. He had the defibrillators twice. They took him to Bart's Hospital, which is one of the major heart hospitals. They fitted a stent to him, lots of medication forevermore. He has fractured ribs and fractured sternum from the CPR because you can't perform proper CPR unless you actually get to the heart, and to do that you have to fracture the ribs. We've since met the wonderful, wonderful couple called Emma and Matt who saved him on the train. They literally performed CPR, they got the defibrillator, they pulled the emergency cord on the train and saved his life. We have met them, they are wonderful. We are going to keep in touch with them. We're going to take them out to dinner to thank them. And he had came home, and obviously it was, you know, a total life-changing way of living that we had to get used to. He did have a couple of setbacks. He had a bad reaction to one of the E numbers in his medication. He came out total all over his face in big weeping blisters. So we had to sort that problem out. That was horrible. Then after that, well, a couple of weeks ago, he went to golf. He was walking around the course with his friend, and he used his GTN spray, glycerol nitrate spray. He used it incorrectly. You spray it under your tongue if you're feeling any chest pains, but you're supposed to sit and wait for 5 minutes, calm down, because it opens up your blood vessels and it lowers your blood pressure. But Richard didn't do that. He carried on walking up an incline. He said to his friend, Ron, don't feel so good. Anyway, long story short, another ambulance. I got another phone call just as I'm just getting used to trusting he's going to be okay when I'm not with him. I get another phone call from the golf course and another 7 hours in A&E. But it turned out it wasn't his heart, it was just he'd used his spray incorrectly, so now he knows that. Last Thursday, he started his first of 8 cardio rehabilitation programs where he goes to have exercises, and you know, they have every week a discussion. There's a group of 10 of them, discussion on different aspects. Like last week it was learning all about how the heart works. Next week I think it's going to be understanding all your medications, because he's on loads now. So that's going to be really helpful, and they do exercises, and he's allowed to play golf. He's supposed to do a lot of walking. So that's the story of Richard, but we wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you, because the messages we received, honestly, in those beginning days and throughout, so uplifting. Oh, you made me cry many times. It was emotional anyway, so thank you so much, really, really, really. Finally, another sadness, which I have to tell you, is 2 weeks today we lost our beautiful little Lucy sister. She became unwell. She hadn't been well for a while. She was so comical and gorgeous and lovely, very, very cute little dog, and she became unwell, and we had to make the decision to, you know, we had to let her go. So that happened 2 weeks ago. So it's been really, really, I wouldn't say a horrible 3 months, because I feel like it's a blessing. because for Richard, if it was going to happen, and it was going to happen, it couldn't have happened in a better way, in a public place, people to help him. He got treatment, the hospital was wonderful. So we do feel blessed, but still it has been stressful. As for the garden, I have only been out twice. I went out sometime beginning of January, half-heartedly swept a few more leaves, and then about 4 weeks ago I went round and I did some pruning. So, but today is beautiful blue sky, so I thought I need to get back into it, and so I haven't done anything to show you, but there's beautiful newness which I can share, so we'll do that. We'll have a quick garden tour, but we need to meet the wonderful Richard, because I know you all want to see him, and I've spoken for far too long. We need to see Daddy. Shall we get Daddy? Let's get Daddy. Let's get Daddy. Oops. So let's go and see Richard, then we can have a look at the garden. In the springtime, he's in the garage, so he's going to pop out this way. Oops. Let's set the camera here and I'll get him. Not the best view of my garden, but there you go. He's coming out. Here he is. Here's Richard. As you can see, he's exercising. He's been doing really well in his exercises. He can do things he couldn't do before. Come here. Here he is.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, he's got a little bit of a chesty cough.
Oh.
Here
Hi.
he is. He's here.
I'm back.
He's back. He's back. He did this to me when I was sitting in the lounge a couple of nights ago. I said, Richard, you have got to do this for everyone.
Yeah, I was practicing my ballet.
Welcome back, Richard. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah.
What you just wanted to say, how lovely all those comments were.
Oh, lovely, yes.
Oh my goodness, you really helped us get through. And we had comments from all over the world and close by, and it was just amazing.
Yes, so I'm still here.
Yes.
I've got to take it easy. And but I started rehab on Thursday, the physio, and they've told me I can play golf. Yes.
But sorry.
No, go on.
No, go on.
No, go on.
What's the stage?
No, go on.
Please.
No. Yes, so I'm back on the golf course next week. I have to take it easy, and the heart is doing very well. I was at rehab. I was in the gym for an hour, and they was monitoring my heartbeat, and that's fine. The only painful part is where they fractured my ribs and my sternum. That's the painful part, but other than that, I'm on the mend. But it's an 8-week course, so and then I've got a couple of projects in mind in the garden and the garage, which I haven't told Janette about, but watch this space.
Oh.
Ooh.
Well, it's lovely to have you back. Will you like to join us for a garden tour, or do you want to go in?
I want to go in
He wants to go
because
in.
it's cold.
Very cold.
It's
so
very cold.
Thank you, darling, and
Mwah.
so happy.
Yes.
It's been a tough 3 months, hasn't it?
Yeah, especially.
It's been challenging.
It's been challenging, and also we lost our little one.
Yes.
So,
we lost our little Lucy. I did explain that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So thank you, Richard.
Right.
Rest assured, he's still around.
I'm still here.
Thank goodness. Blessed. We're blessed. We're blessed. Anyway, yes, one final thing that I need to tell you, which I forgot. Another thing that happened, or did I say it? I cannot remember. It's all a blur. But I left my job. I'd handed my notice in on the Wednesday before Christmas, and then on the Saturday, this all happened with Richard. I'd already handed my notice in, so I had to leave that job, so I had to be a month there, in amongst this stressful situation at home. Then I had to start my new job, but fortunately I returned to the place I'd been previous to the school that I'd just left. They asked me to come back. So they're all wonderful, wonderful people. I knew them anyway. They know Richard, so that made it so much easier. And they are just wonderful. And it's a different role. I'm doing accounts. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. I've been there, I don't know if it's 5 weeks or 6 weeks, but the best thing of all, no, not the best thing, but one of the good things is it's 3 days a week. So at the moment I'm doing Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then I have 4 days off. So that will give me more time for gardening, because I was thinking, well, all my weekends for the last 4 years have been taken up with gardening videos. Believe me, it's took a lot. It would be all day Saturday filming a video, pretty much all day Sunday editing a video ready to upload for Tuesday, and I was beginning to think that I've got no life for doing anything else. So now I have 4 days, so I will be able to continue. So that is amazing. Anyway, enough talk about us. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your wonderful messages. Let's have a very quick look at the garden. Here's the garden in spring. I think it's the 9th of March today, and we've got beautiful sunshine. Look at that, but it's very chilly. So we have a lot of new bulbs popping up. We have these are tulips. I believe these are alliums, and yes, yet again we had this all last year, which I need to pull them all out. We have sycamores, or whatever they are, the little things, helicopter things that come down from the trees. They all seed themselves. I'm just going to do a very, very quick tour because I feel like I've said enough. Beautiful daffodils, all popping up. These ones, I do know they're called Carlton because they're the first ones every year. Now these have been planted. I planted them all, I think it must have been I don't know if it was 2020 autumn or 2021. Can't remember. But the daffodils, I always keep them in, and I always pull out my tulips and my alliums. I shouldn't really pull my alliums out. These are going to be daffodils, and they are the double fluffies. These ones here and those ones at the back, the little double fluffies. We have the sedum Neon Joy. I intend on splitting this and dotting that about. These, I believe, are alliums. I think you can tell the allium shape is different from the tulip shape. There's tulips. I mean, oh, that one, that little bud there, very, very little. I think that might be because either the winter wasn't cold enough or they weren't planted deep enough. But I'm not worried about that. These little hyacinths, I had them given to me last Christmas time, and I just plonked them in the ground afterwards and they've come back. I have a lot of weeds to deal with, which I will get around to. My lovely Fatsia, my little Ilex Stokes, which were around the green pot, and I had to move. Oh, it seems so long ago. All this, well, it was, I suppose. Beautiful yew, that's the yew, the round one, and next to it is the Vanderwolf's Pyramid of Pine. Another sedum I need to split. So my shadows, it's not the best of days. That's the pot. And the, what's that called? A green spire in the pot, euonymus. One of my favourite plants is euonymus, and I have all different types, and you can get different variegations. The juniper blue stars, which are these, around the edge. They've overwintered well, I'm glad to hear, and they will get more blue once the sun starts shining. The heucheras, lots of daffodils, my Trachycarpus fortunei, that's another euonymus. Behind that we have the Rocky Mountain juniper, I think it's a juniper, blue arrow. The Nandina at the front here was, oh gosh, in the autumn, beautiful, brilliant red. And Mahonia, these spikes, in the depths of winter were bright yellow. They were very stunning. This is looking wonderful. This is my Photinia Pink Crispy. Look at that, isn't that not gorgeous? So you get this beautiful variegated leaves, and then the new leaves are bright pink. And I planted that last Easter, so almost a year ago. This is the first time I've seen the gorgeous pink. I've pruned the roses, still haven't pulled back the ivy from the other side of the fence, which I said all year I was going to do that. We have the pear tree here with, I wonder if that's blossoms. Oh, if that's blossoms, that means I might get pears. I don't know, or maybe it's just new leaves. I'm not really up on fruit trees really, so I don't know. My gorgeous hoopsii, Picea pungens hoopsii, which I adore. We have lots more little things popping up. Heucheras, oh, I've got lovely little crocus. This is their second year, and I planted the little bulbs all around the edge, so you can see lovely little crocus. I mean, some of them are gone now, and we had some yellow ones, as you can see as well. This one here is a Picea pungens super blue seedling, so it's in a, got the sun on it. That's lovely. Next to another Nandina. We have the pulmonarias, which I planted last Easter. I planted quite a few little varieties, so spring is their good time. And the crocosmia is the, all this here, which I mistakenly kept calling it Lucifer. Lucifer is the red one. This one is orange, so I don't know what it's called. But they're popping up. We'll get the little fountain out soon. Shady corner, my beloved shady corner. Here we go. Oh, the Brunnera. The beautiful, beautiful Brunnera. It's looking a little bit of a mess. I need to tidy it up. All these ferns are called Dryopteris affinis. You can see how windy it is. A little bit of wind. What I will do for those is I will cut off all these leaves. Another little pulmonaria. Beautiful. I will cut off all these old leaves because in the middle, hopefully, should be some new fronds down the bottom somewhere. This is what I did last year anyway. Cut all the old ones off. Started afresh. But you can see I haven't cleared all the leaves, and my beautiful little euonymus hedge, got all different little euonymus. Oh, Lottie's, I think someone's at the front door. They're getting a bit covered, but they have now been in for 2 years, and they're doing exactly what I'd hoped they would. They were to replace my boxwoods, which all got eaten by the box tree moths a couple of years ago. So you can see I need to sort the leaves out. I have a bit of a problem because, for those who know, I have had these leaves in these bags from a year ago. It's already and lovely compost, but the thing is it's quite heavy, and I don't really want to ask Richard. He's not supposed to be lifting things really, so I've got to try and drag them out myself without dragging them across all this. So anyway, I'll figure that out. It's hardly a terrible problem. Apple tree. We should have Dicentra bleeding hearts popping up soon. I can't see them yet. And more lovely pulmonaria. And more brunnera. This is my Cercis canadensis forest pansy redbud, which I planted last summertime I think. So this is the first time, and yes, we do have his little buds there, so I think that did all right. The heucheras down here, they'll get nice and big. So that's it. It's done well. He didn't even need my help for 3 months. Need to prune that rose. Haven't done that yet. The window boxes, which I planted up last autumn with some Carex, just to have something in there. I think what I will do, there's that variety and there's this variety. I think what I will do is pop them in the border somewhere. So finally, woodland courtyard, which we created last year, which I really do love. I have plans for woodland courtyard to amp it up even more, ramp it up. They've done well. Some of the ferns were deciduous and died back. Some of them were evergreen, as you can see. The Fatsia, which I moved, I forgot that I had bulbs in there. So you can see the Fatsia spider's web, which I moved from the front. Well, it's got all new leaves, so that's obviously happy. These were the heucheras that I divided last spring, I think it was. The walnut tree, I don't know what to do about this walnut, because the juglans, this is not a black walnut, it's but apparently black walnuts are not good to have in your garden, because, which is why I put them in a pot, not in the garden, because I bought it before I realised all this. Well, apparently it can affect other plants, and I don't know, this is not a black walnut, but I'm still concerned that it will still have a negative impact. That's why I've put it round here. Another lovely Fatsia, some beautiful ferns. The fence is going, needs a good paint. More heucheras that I divided, all of these, and they're all okay. They've all done well. And the ferns from my friend Mark Border, some of them are deciduous, I'm assuming, because otherwise they've died. But yes, so like this, Dudia media, I don't know if it's died or it was deciduous, but we will see. These are lots of little ivies, bits and pieces. Oh, I have plans for those, big plans, because I need to get them planted better. Wind blows that round. Yes, so that's my garden on the 9th, I believe, of March. So we're nearly into spring. 20th, 21st of March, something like that. Little Lottie, she is loving all the attention. Now she's the only girl, so she's doing very well. So everyone, thank you for waiting for us for such a long time, and it's going to be a good year. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm Janette. I'm the enthusiastic gardener. I hope you're beginning to have fun in your garden, and we're almost through the winter, of course, unless you're over down the southern hemisphere, as I do have many friends down there. Hello to you all, and you will be heading into your autumn, I guess. And have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. Bye.